He also said within 2 weeks he'd nominate someone for the United States Supreme Court. Jake, there's a statement that CNN has now released responding to the charges leveled by Sean Spicer and the President-elect of the United States against CNN.
That's right. Let me just read this clearly. CNN's decision to publish carefully sourced reporting about the operations of our government is vastly different than BuzzFeed's decision to publish unsubstantiated memos. The Trump team knows this. They are using BuzzFeed's decision to deflect from CNN's reporting, which has been matched by the other major news organizations. We are fully confident in our reporting. It represents the core of what the First Amendment protects, informing the people of the inner workings of their government, in this case, briefing materials prepared for President Obama and President-elect Trump last week. CNN made it clear that we were not publishing any of the details of the 35-page document because we have not corroborated the report's allegations. Given that members of the Trump transition team have so vocally criticized our reporting, we encourage them to identify specifically what they believe to be inaccurate. That is a statement from CNN, and I would just underline, having worked on this story with Carl Bernstein, Jim Sciutto here with me, Evan Perez, and many other reporters at CNN, we were very careful to not even mention one of the allegations in the uncorroborated document, and anyone who suggests we did is not telling you the truth. Jim?
If I could just add this, a lot of charges were leveled at CNN, including my brave colleague there, Jim Acosta. If I could say, what Donald Trump in that press conference and his surrogates, Sean Spicer, including that press conference, including in our attempts to reach out to them, have not answered are the essential facts of our story. One, that the intelligence community chose to include these allegations in briefing materials to the President-elect and to the current President of the United States, Barack Obama. Two, that the FBI is investigating these allegations. They have not determined them to be true, but they are investigating them, and they're taking them seriously. Three, that both Democratic and Republican lawmakers, senators, are taking these allegations seriously and pursuing them. That was the essence of our story. Now, Donald Trump did not mention or was not asked about the FBI investigation or Republican and Democratic lawmakers pursuing it. His camp nor he have addressed that. Two, the one thing he did address was the intelligence briefing. When he was asked directly about that, he says he could not comment.
He said he could not comment because
of the classified nature intelligence.
I would say that he did address something that was in the BuzzFeed printed memo that we're not going to go into, except to say it has to do with allegations of how anybody would get personally damaging information. And he talked about at quite some length how when he travels abroad with his security team, he tells everybody, be careful how you behave. There are cameras everywhere. And so that would seemingly disprove the idea that there was any personally damaging information.
But let me just note, he mentioned regarding the personal behavior that we are not describing that was contained in this report, one, he seemed to be saying, I wouldn't do that because I know there are cameras there that might catch you. He then made a comment that he's a germaphobe, a well-known germaphobe.
Right.
He did not at any point describe the behavior as bad or reprehensible. He just, those were his...
Well, yeah, well, the question